Hi, everyone. I'm sorry I'm a little bit late, but we have a fifth ODI to take on today between obviously Australia and Sri Lanka. Or I should really say Sri Lanka and Australia, because that's the way you normally would say it, because it's in their home. We can see that Warner, Finch, Marsh, and Inglis has actually come into the side in place of Travis Head, with Labuschagne, Carey, Maxwell, Green, Cummins, Kuhneman, and Hazelwood. So Inglis has literally come in right into the middle of this. He's gone right into they're saying he's going to bat number 4 ahead of Labuschagne and Carey, Maxwell, Green. It's amazing. I don't think there's anything wrong with the side at all, to be honest with you. Obviously, Sri Lanka, I believe, pretty much as per program, having won the last match, why wouldn't they be? Yeah, Travis Head, as you may have already heard, he's I think it's a hamstring tear or muscle, which he's injured. Obviously, we have the quad muscle of Steve Smith, of Travis Head that's out. Sorry, let me get this right. Travis Head's actually got a strain of his muscle as his hamstring. Then you have, of course, the quad muscle of Steve Smith, who's also out. It's quite like English and Philippe, both caps presented by Mishbar. Yeah, well, there you go. That's very important to say. Yeah, there's no Zampa, there's no Stoinis, no Stark, no Smith. It's not the dead rubber is a wrong concept. Please don't bring that in. I think that they've gone about their best way in world cricket now to alleviate these so-called dead rubbers by making them mean something, and this will be important for a lot of reasons. Now we have. I was on Kavish, Melanie. I hope you've returned here now. I'm here now, so I know you were here much earlier and I wasn't here, but the fact is that Australia, this is a one-day international as opposed to a T20. Josh Inglis has actually played for Australia, I believe, in the so-called T20 format, but not the ODI format. I'm going to clarify that because my thoughts were that we seem to be getting nowhere with this. I don't know what the story is there. Let's have a look here. So, if I want to know about Josh Inglis, so, of course, Sri Lanka have chosen to bat. They've won the toss and chosen to bat. Let's look at these so-called playing 11s. Now, Sri Lanka have got Gunatilaka back in the side. They've got Nasanka there now. Roshan Dickwiller seems to be non 11, which is, I would argue, a bit of a disappointment. Anyway, Nasanka's there. Asalanka's on the 3. Kaushal Mendes at 4. Dinesh Chandimal's coming for the 5th match. 6, Dasun Shanaka, and then the bowling is pretty much the same as Pramod Madushan giving a go. So there has been a few changes to the Sri Lankan side, I must say. Ashton Agar's back on the 12. At least Travis Head's not on this. Cambridge and Smith, Stark, and they're all out. So I'm just curious as to the Sri Lankan side. They certainly have. We don't need Mars and ADI. So I agree. Green or Maxwell both are quite better. Who could play 5, 4, and 5? I agree. I think there's a mistake there. So I'll have a look at the Sri Lankan sides there just for a moment. I haven't got them down here. It's Gunatilaka, Nasanka, Asalanka, Mendes. Dinesh Chandimal has come into the side. And then Dasun Shanaka, Kuruna Willaga. Pramod Madushan is on debut. Van der Steen, Stikshana. So a few that are missed out there, but Pramod Madushan is actually on his debut. Let's see how. I don't know. I'm not a big Marnus fan, and I think you know that. I think he's not really suited this format. Anyway, so we've got Pramod Madushan making his debut as well. Pramod Madushan. So there you go. There's the name of Pramod Madushan. Okay, they've dropped. Roshan Dickwiller. I'm kind of a bit saddened by that. So Pramod Madushan gets his on debut. I'm just going to see how that gets promoted to Malaysian. For Sri Lanka, that is. Interesting how they changed their side. A bit miffed with that one, I must say. Okay. No, I think Aaron Singh's not wrong. He should just stick to Test cricket. Marnus Labuschagne, he hasn't got these skills to play this. I think that there's a lot right about that, to be honest with you. Let's just have a look at what the story is. The Blundell and Mitchell, again, frustrating. We'll be talking about that later in another show. They're both amazingly successful. Very impressed with those two indeed. It's been a particularly strong effort. When they get together, they seem to be particularly successful. Very impressed with those two indeed. Yeah, okay, let's just have a look. That's me talking twice over there. Let's just see what we can get that up now. Yeah, so we've got Carey there behind the stumps.
To Mitch Marsh.
Third ball. Yeah, thank you. Gunnar 5 off the first 6 balls. We'll be talking a bit later about England. In fact, I'll be changing over to another form. Glenn Maxwell coming in for the second over here. Oh, it's got a bit of spin there. Would you pick punt or KS Barrett in your test team based on batting techniques? On batting techniques, the direction, I don't know. You can't go past Rishabh Punt. He's got the runs on the board, even though KS Barrett's certainly there, but Punt's still the first go. Yes, Mars did well against India Sunday, but he plays like. What about Tim David for T20 International? Harsh, Dewetta. Well, I saw your message as well on Instagram. Please, we'll get to know each other and then I'll let you be considered, okay? It's just not straight on there. So Sri Lanka none for 6 into the second over. Gunnar is on 6. Nissanka hasn't faced the ball still. Not forgetting that, following this at 8 o'clock, we've got England and New Zealand. New Zealand is some 5 for 225, I believe the score is. Yeah, it certainly is a more favourable position they were in than earlier on. Again, Blundell and Mitchell both playing very well. Now, Australia's lost this series 3-1, so this is a token match in terms of score. Not necessarily importance, but Sri Lanka would love to win this 4-1, I can tell you now. It's going to be very interesting to see what takes place. So, Gunnar Tilaka's got this SS bat. I gave one of those bats to Rajanji Gahara. Unfortunately, didn't do much good. She didn't get many runs and the team didn't go very well. Liam Guthrie is also left-arm fastball in Australia. Okay, we'll wait and see. Would Sri Lanka be a dangerous team in the 23 World Cup? The ODI World Cup? Well, I guess to an extent. Why not? KA 228. Australia should bring back Zamps and also experiment with Jason Sanger in the squad. I'm a big fan of Jason Sanger, and Zampa certainly will be back in the squad at some stage. And I think Jason Sanger was on tour, though, unfortunately. There was a ranked full toss there from Maxwell. He's been dispatched for at least a minute on. I had some things I had to do, guys. So I'm sorry that I wasn't here earlier. I'd like to have had a bit more of a briefing on this game. Gunnar Tilaka is on. It's on 7. Oh, that's certainly spit and turn, that one. Jeez. Maxwell's going to feature in the test series. Tanveer Sangha and Jason Sangha should be in the ODI setup now. Look, they're close. Maxwell certainly proving himself on these wickets, and he could well be an asset for the test matches now that Trevor Set is out. And I'm very excited about that because I do think Glenn Maxwell's would have been a long-term prospect, but hasn't been given the opportunities over the years. Here we go. So, Gunnar Tilaka's on 7. Nissanka's on 2. Hazelwood done for 5 of his first over. Score's done for 9. So, the test series just around the corner. Next game after this will be 2 test matches at Gore at Rajapaksa Stadium. I think it's still called Rajapaksa Stadium as far as I'm aware. Ross and Dickwell are there sitting on the benches with his yellow shirt. He's not playing today, but he'll be in the test team, undoubtedly. Oops, there's an edge there, and there he is saying that Hazelwood's taken the Lanka very easily there. Out for 2, straightforward catch behind. Got a healthy edge on that. Was a pretty decent delivery. Not the start that they were looking for. The ball deviated a little bit, and he played it, and it really wasn't there to be played at. And Hazelwood got him. So the Lanka out for 2. So now Rush and Dickwell got out for 1 or 2 last innings. So would you drop the Lanka or something? No, but so yeah, I think they could have been a bit harsh on Rush and Dickwell there. They probably should have dropped him off. 1 for 9. Good to luck. It was on 7. In comes Lanka, who got a pretty big. If it is another slug ball, I can see. Carl Mendes is actually coming at 3, not Lanka as the scorebook had actually suggested. Carl Mendes certainly has been impressive in all formats, really. Here he is, 5 innings, only 5 innings. Jeez. 223 runs, average 111, strike rate 95, 250 is the best 87. So are we talking about this series, or his overall's only 5? I thought he played more than that. If you follow Marsh Cup, Matthew Renshaw at 4 in ODI, he's really good. Matthew Renshaw should be an opener, in my opinion. That's pretty much the fact. Yes, Robert M. Absolutely. I'd put Glenn Maxwell straight in. To me, he's an incredible decision. Very bold, suits the conditions, bats well, can bowl and bat. Great fielder. Give him a go. Should win the test a lot earlier, in my opinion, honestly. So, yes, definitely. I've got no doubt that Maxwell will make a fist of it. Here are the selectors to have given Maxwell the chance. I'm very happy about that, actually. I think he's a better prospect than Head, even, to be honest. But that's just me. There's some people milling the people outside. They're not. I don't know if they're all trying to get into the ground. They may well be, but there's a fair few people running around the outside of the ground, which suggests they're going in there to watch. The crowd's quite big. In fact, the crowd's been very, very healthy indeed here for this. Thank you, Australia. We love you. Thanks for Australia for coming. We love Australia. There we go. Some good signs there. If we pick 10, third or 6 or 7, then we kill. Now, Josh, harsh to I would say Josh English is the better prospect for this format than Carey. Well, Josh English is in the side, but as a batter this time, not as a keeper, which is interesting. He's had a few chances. He's just got to now really make a fist of it, actually. Well, Himanshu Rahal was saying that after the first win, Australia became overconfident. Well, they did a little bit, but Sri Lanka has played well. Now the pressure's off Sri Lanka. And Hazelwood's bowling steadily, that's for sure. The Sri Lankan headbands on, I can see there. Sri Lanka's had its fair few issues with petrol prices and country running out of money, basically. But it's still a prosperous country in a lot of ways, which people don't necessarily see. From a government perspective, economic strength they would have had previously gone somewhat now. It may take more than 10 years to recover from that. Petrol prices and that will suffer. Food will become more expensive and the currency will fall. they're pretty strong and resilient people. They'll get themselves back to a good position. So Sri Lanka is now 1 for 9. Of course, the test match between England and New Zealand is in its second day, will be coming out shortly. I'll transfer over that probably in another 45 minutes or so. England's play spin well. Yes, he's better than overrated Carey. If Josh and Timmy come out. Tim David may not be there for a while. I don't know whether he's in the eye at the moment. He's played well in short formats in other codes or other competitions, but not quite for his country. So we'll wait and see. So Lanka. Dinesh Chandimal's been given a go this time. I don't know whether that's why they've done that. I think Dick Weller deserved another opportunity. Madushin, here we go. Well, new fellow on the scene. And Asaranga's not playing, I think. Let's see him. Asaranga's there, but I don't think he's playing. Hey, love sports. I know what's up. Not playing his cricket, that's for sure. Is Wade able to come? No, I don't think so. Love sports. How are you? No, I don't. What's up, sir? What's up? Everybody's going. What's up? Ahmed Raza, how are you? I think Matthew Wade's, even though he was in the previous World Cup, I think his days are numbered now. With Josh Inglis coming through, Josh Philippe, Carey there, of course. He's not playing, but I don't know whether Wade's actually going to play again. Well, at this point, he's not included. We'll see. Steve Smith sitting there with drinking some drink. Carlos Mendes has been, he's been tremendous. You're fine and shine about you. I'm okay. Still grieving my mother's passing, which is actually, it's almost exactly a week ago. It was at 8:50 p.m. on Friday night, the 17th. So it's a matter of an hour and a half away from being exactly a week. Yes, love sports. Lanka has surprised everyone. Oh, geez, up in there, that looked like there could be. Oh my God, that looked like some pad there. Aaron Finch is probably going to. Is he going to go up? No, he's not going up. I'm a bit surprised. This was worthy of a shout. Let's have a look here. Maybe a little bit higher. Oh, I'm super excited about seeing him in Test cricket as well. Need to just check. And 30 minutes later, I think will be the way to go. I'm not sure. Thanks, Losbrook. So thank you, Robert M. I appreciate that. Australia A, I need to have a quick look at the Australian A score was. I haven't been following it that closely, to be honest with you. It seems to be very hard to get anything up at the moment. Yeah, there's a lot of tenacity in the Sri Lanka side, that's for sure. So Sri Lanka A, Australia A. Henry Hunt's just scored a century, actually. He's 101. Young bloke from, where is he from? He's 25. He's not as young as from ACT originally. First, he played 26 matches. He scored 6 centuries, 650s, middle order batter. Born in Cowra, Henry Hunt. I went to see. He's just got 101 for Jimmy Pearson. He's a wicketkeeper from from New South Wales. I've been in the Queensland lineup as well. Scorecard, let's look there. Josh Philippe, Marcus Harrison. Oh, God. Well, Pekoski is better than Aaron Finch. Well, at the moment, Pekoski's not doing anything. Struggles lost another wicket. There you go. There's wickets falling here. So what's happened here? I'm going to take a look about for only 8. It's walking off. The Hoff, Hazelwood's taken another. Yep. Going to like him. I hope they don't muck around. Dinesh Chandimal seems to have come in at second drop. Very experienced Dinesh Chandimal. Let's see how he goes. Dinesh Chandimal, he's now age 32. He's the same age. He's about 1990. 140 innings, 3,800 runs, average 32, strike 73, 400s, 24, 50s. He's been around for a fair while. He's showing Slickers hit the ball upper sleeve, it straight to mid off a flyer. Bangladesh was waiting second test starting as well, Hassan. That's going to be interesting. Fair bit. It's too much happening, really. Let's be honest. There's of course the the ODI, the 5th ODI between Sri Lanka and Australia. Then you've got the Test match, second day with England and New Zealand, and Bangladesh playing West Indies second test as well. And with a fair bit of power, Aaron Finch took it comfortably. We'll be changing over at some stage in the next 35 minutes or so to the England versus New Zealand Day 2 with Darryl Mitchell and, of course, Blundell both not out batting at 5 for 225, I think the score is. As what people are saying, this is a bit of somewhat of a dead rubber. I don't like to use that term, but Josh Hazelwood's taken 2 wickets for 7. Very happy with his bowling. Carlson Mendes facing. Very slow run rate, less than 3 at the moment. It hasn't affected Sri Lanka beforehand. They tend to get themselves back out of these situations. But they have lost Zanka and they have lost Lanka, the opening pair. Chandimal, having played 140 ODIs before, was somewhat inexperienced. So Australia's test squad: Cummins, Smith, Warner, Carey, Green, Hazelwood, Head, Inglis, Maxwell, Kawaja, Labuschagne, Lyon, Mishmarsh, Agar, Starks, Webster, and Boland. So you would argue that Kawaja will open with Warner, Labuschagne, then it'll go to Smith at second. That's the top four. And number 5 batter is the interesting one. Will it be Glenn Maxwell, followed by Cam Green? And then they'll have both the likes of Carey, and then into the bowlers of Stark, Hazelwood, maybe it's Boland, and it's been a Nathan Lyon. Interesting to see what they do with that test match. So Kuhneman's coming on to bowl the 3rd over. He's not in the test squad. $84 k's per player. It's not that fast. Mendes seems to be quite calm. Again, this 5th ODI is probably not as significant as the New Zealand tests, which is up next. You're going to buy a CA training jersey. Well, if you go on the Cricket Australia website, so I think they've got clothing lines on there. Pretty sure. Dinesh Chandimal, straight through. Dinesh Chandimal, captain Sri Lanka at one stage, in the long form, also the short form. Played plenty of matches. He's 32. He's been around for a good 10 years or thereabouts. He knows me too well, unfortunately. Oops. Yes, it's certainly is an impressive effort from Sri Lanka, having won 3 of the 4 ODIs that have gone through. They're into the 5th now, albeit they're rather sluggish at the moment. They've changed the order again. Roshan Dickwella, I believe, should have stayed in the side, but they've taken him out. He'll be a definite keeping starter for their test side, starting in a few days' time. Now that my mother's passed away, I will consider travelling again. Just need to get through a few services for her passing, namely a cremation. And I will then attend, well, I can't promise, but I'd love to be there for at least the 2nd test. Kyle Mendes hit the ball beautifully through the covers. It looks like it's all the way to the boundary. It certainly is. Wide, and Kyle Mendes was right through the line of the ball. Beautiful fall. Sun's bright, beaming brightly down. Carlos Mendes has got a good record. Well, well, in most formats, especially Test cricket. Hasn't played as much short form as you might think. Sonny Miles played a lot, 140 matches. He's certainly been around. You've got Angelo Matthews coming out for the Test. So in the Test squad, you've got the likes of Dinesh Chandimal, Dick Weller, Danjaya Silva. He's not in the side either, so. Kosher Mendes will probably stay in the side as well. Chandimal's 1 off 5. Mendes is 10 off 16. Maxwell certainly looks like he's played his way into the Test arena that heads out. Harsh Jeff Gewither says that the Aussies will win the Test series for sure. No, another beautiful drive from Mendes. Wonderful timing. I don't know whether they'll win the Test series for sure. I think it'll be a lot closer than you think. Beautiful drive. Well timed. So it's just on 7 overs. The score's creeping up, but still probably well below par. Beautiful drive, nicely lent on. So 7:30 now, at least my time it is. It's about 3 p.m. in Sri Lanka. We've played for about half an hour now. And they've gone through 7 overs. So the score run rate is 3.5, which is way, way too low. Just a bit over 3.5. The last over helped with a few fours, but still behind the 8 ball. So this is almost a week ago. I know I'm comparing. I'm sorry, I shouldn't be saying this, but this is a week as my other past. I keep thinking that. I'm sorry. Dinesh was looking in the middle of the bat. Did you see an Australian A player playing in the Test? Do I see any Australian A player playing the Test? Well, Renshaw's there. I think he's thought of highly, but no, I don't see anyone playing. No, Marsh. Mitchell Marsh is a chance he's not playing the A side either. I think the Australian Test side will continue to be the top 4 of Kawaja, Warner, Labuschagne, and Smith. And then the 5th will be probably Maxwell, followed by 6, Cameron Green. 7 will be more than likely Carey. 8, 9, 10, 11 will be the 4 bowlers of Stark, Cummins, Hazelwood, and Lyon. That's the way they will start the series, I would imagine. Culture Mendes is certainly motoring along there. He's on to 18 now, off 20. Guys. Some chocolate, see. It was some chocolate, sorry. It's cold. It's very bloody cold. Way too cold. And the chocolate. They've certainly given him, they've risen him. He's started because of Agar not being. Otherwise, Agar would probably have been in the match, and Swepson doesn't suit. He's on the outer pretty quickly. West will win. Western will win the second Test match. I'm feeling sick. Why? Ashwin, Karthik, what's wrong with you? You had some studies to do, didn't you? Some studies or exams or something? Kuhneman seems to be bowling pretty well. I don't think he's Test standard though. Lanka, who scored a very good score previous match, and Dustin Shanaka, who can also perform. Shamika Kunarat has played well too, and Will Agala, he's a very good under 19 player. So there's a few there. Vandersteeg, Kshana, Madushan. So Asaranga appears to be, whether anything Madushan to go because he may be included in the test, we don't know. Cummins has come on. 2 for 30 after 8 into the 9th. Pat Cummins is now 29. Played 73 ODIs, 117 wickets. Average is 28. 1 5 wicket haul, I think it was. Because my mother passed away. That's why I asked from Karthik. My mother passed away. It's a nice shot there from Chandimal, one of his classic cut shots. Square drives almost. Good shot. Cummins in the bowl to Chandimal. Yes, and Rush, Dickwell, Dhananjay, De Silva, and Wazirang, Wanindu, Wazirang are all out. Maybe being rested to the test match, you don't know. They will all probably feature in the test match, actually. Certainly Dhananjay will with Rush and Dickwell. And Hazranka, maybe he's out. He's out. That's another good catch. Someone else popped it up to Aaron Finch. Oh God. He played one good shot and he played a poor shot. That's not indicative of someone of his level. And pops it straight up. Aaron Finch has taken a very good catch. For a man that's played 140 ODIs and has been out of the team and has got back into the team, that wasn't a shot that he should have played. As Lanka, who's coming now, he played well the last match and probably was instrumental in winning the game for them. Why Sri Lankers these days do not play their full strength team against them? Well, I don't know. Like giving people maybe it's purely because there's too much cricket. They need a break. It could be something as simple as that, and that's a fair assumption. Thank you, Ashwin. Aslam has only played 16 matches, already scored 646 runs. It's pretty good. 550s and a century. Strike rate's 90, average of 46. Now, that's a pretty damn strong start from the left-hander. Charit Asalanka, he's 24 years of age, and that's a pretty impressive start to his career. Batting average of 46 in ODIs, nothing wrong with that. Was a pretty poor shot. Pretty poor shot. So, guys, I'm going to be changing from the focus of Sri Lanka versus Australia to England versus New Zealand. Coming up shortly, I'll do that. But obviously, I'll give you updates from both because I'll have both on. But yeah, I mean, what happened? Why am I crying? My mother passed away, sadly, a week ago. England are going to beat New Zealand 3-0. Well, that may well be the case. Okay. We are now looking at 3 for 34. It's a pity that he certainly better than that, you would think. Yeah, Tom Mamie was a young guy. Let's look at this. Oh, gee, what happened there? That Glenn Maxwell is bowling particularly well. Every time I see him play, he looks in incredible form. I was just trying to work out. Thank you. Norman Street, thank you. Cummins is a really good rhythm. I know if he's going to do some, yeah, well, we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see how the pitches turn out and what the position is of the play. I don't know. I don't know whether it's that conclusive that Australia are going to win that easily. Last match, also stronger with 3 for 35 and reached 268. Okay, we can pick the next match. Well, why not, Subash? No reason why we can't. No reason why we can't. I was just trying to see. Oh no, turn off income. Thank you. Why you hate Aussies? I don't hate Aussies. Sebastian, what is? No one's hating anyone here. That's okay. Let's just see if we can get up the other code. Probably a bit early. The test pre-game.
And this is where replays and third umpires come in very.
You can hear Nasser Hussain going and carrying on. And it's going to be a match which it'll be on soon enough with both. Now, Maxwell's 9 for 7 off, bowling very well, actually. I try to jinx you, follow my country, you'll get it. 240 will be enough score to defend on this pitch. Aman Sakya is saying, okay, interesting. Let's see what that. And there's a power play being called through 3-4. Don't forget the other match, which is between New Zealand and England, is into its second day there. And New Zealand are 5 for 225 heading into the second day's play, with both Mitchell and Blundell both batting, and that'll be pretty exciting to watch as well. So we'll watch that in about 18 minutes' time. Simon Dewell, as they were necessarily talking about some skills with Mike Atherton. I don't know. I just think that New Zealand did a pretty good job of getting himself out of control there. Yeah, so Josh English is playing, that's right. He certainly is. All that for 150 harsh. Whoever thinks that Sri Lanka will be all that for 150, is that what you're saying? That's a bit pessimistic. 3 for 35, you'd think they would get more than that, but it's a wait and see game, that one. That was a pretty ordinary shot there. So don't forget, guys, I'm going to be changing from this Australia versus Sri Lanka setup to another live program specifically on New Zealand versus England and their second test. And I'm watching it now as it goes another 16 minutes before play. So you need to change over. I will stop this one and begin another. So I want you all to come over and follow me, if you wish. So Graham Swan, I think it was. I said Cook. Chris Rogers, not happy. There we go. Oh my God. Showing Lisa Perry, balancing off Paul Short, didn't keep that low and hit the top of the leg stump. Oh God. Charit Asalanka hasn't scored a run on his first 5 balls. Oh God. Don 007, how are you? Very good, Don. We'll be changing over shortly in another program, but you need to follow me. The 2 centurions of this series are batting now. $300 on the cards, I reckon. You mean Blundell and the like, yes. Don again started playing just 3 proper bowls. I don't understand why. So not backing Joe Richardson and Nadia Cricket. Yeah, that's a bit of a strange one. Yeah, that's probably a fair point. I would agree. Number 4 batsman is lucky. As long as he had a nice. Well, that was his previous match. Scored 110. Looked very good. Kaushal Mendes is 20 not out off 30 balls. Aslanka 2 off 7. The score's 3 for 38 into the 11th. So bit of a crawl at the moment in terms of runs scored. There's another 14 before the test match starts between England and Sri Lanka. Not England and Sri Lanka, England and New Zealand. Of course, the big one coming up in July is not just Australia playing Sri Lanka in test matches in Gaul, in fact, 2 matches in Gaul, is going to be the blockbuster, and I'll call it that, between India and England. It's 1 year ago was meant to be played, and it's been played now. And that will be a big one for both sides. And you would think it should favour England, although India would have won that had they played it at home last time. So Monty Panesar there, the showing. Darryl Mitchell literally made his chances count. Well, he's done very well, hasn't he? So always back to Iris and the they have enough bowlers who can do well. No need for Joe. I don't agree with that. I think they could. Monty Panesar getting Ismail Al-Haq there. Don't know what was going on there. Oh, they kept it ferociously low. Aslanka on 2. Mendes is now on 21. Score moves to 39 into the 12th over. And we've got some It's 12 minutes before the test match restarts. We'll get to that very shortly. So don't forget, you change from this platform between Australia and Sri Lanka to the New Zealand-England platform. You'll see there's a video there for that, live video, both of them. Just want to change. I want to give both a go. I could have kept the same thing on, but I decided not to. Oops. Glenn Maxwell into his fourth over, none for 8. He's bowling sensationally. Hasn't had any luck, though. Hasn't taken a wicket, but he's bowling very well. I think so. I really do. This has been 8 years. Glenn Maxwell was bat number 4 for Australia in Test matches. I'm sorry, he could be a sensation. Give it enough of a chance. When Cas Mendes came, he was regarded as the next level best. What happened to him? Has he not able to? John 007, he has. He's still playing very well. Don't worry. He's still got a great lot of influence over this team, so don't knock him. They're not getting any runs off Glenn Maxwell whatsoever. At all. Oops, finally, Aslan has found a gap. And he's got 3 for 43 now. Okay. Yeah, I would be sad if he ends up like Dinesh Chandni. Well, John 007 is nasty. Dinesh Chandni will do pretty well still. He's made a fair few test runs. What are you talking about? Have a look at Dinesh Chandimal's record. He's certainly not done badly. But Carson Mendes is probably on a trajectory that's high. I agree. Lanka seems to be a form batsman. He's going to play Test cricket. He looks pretty. He looks the goods too. So again, New Zealand 5 for 225 with both Mitchell and Blundell batting very, very well indeed. But in this particular match, Sri Lanka are 3 for 44. Lanka not out 7 off some 11 deliveries, and Mendes off 21 off 32 deliveries. The current run rate is 3.67, which is way, way too little, but early. Henry House scored a century. I just saw that against Sri Lanka. Yes, he's impressed. Middle order batsman is too. I didn't know that. Jai will play against them. Okay. Quasim Iqbal, we had you before. What would you like to say about Nepal women's? Well, what was the result? Can you tell us the result between Nepal and UAE? What was the result? Because that interests me. Can you? Okay, Quasim Iqbal, please tell me the results of that and the game between Malaysia and Hong Kong. Can you tell us that? Very golden history from women in Malaysia. First international tournament to reach Asia Cup. Congratulations, Malaysia and UAE. Okay, so we've got that is the final. Malaysia versus UAE in the final. Wow, I didn't know that. Rari, great. It's one I'm glad to hear. So we know that. So you're telling me that Malaysia beats Hong Kong and UAE beats Nepal. Yeah, Desmond Shanaka has been a good find according to his good leadership skills. You're right. Tell me. I need to know. I haven't been able to have a chance. My daughter, effectively, Winifred Durrasane, the captain of Malaysia, would be cock a hoop. She beats the Hong Kong side, and he will. I'm sure over time he will go there. So tell me about this. So Sharari, you're saying that Malaysia will play UAE as the final. So Malaysia and UAE both okay. So when is that tournament? I'm interested. When is that tournament? When do Malaysia and UAE? Oh, that's great news. A little bit. England, Australia versus New Zealand. Nah. Oh, I don't think that's too much. This is way too early to worry about that one. That's way too early. I'm now very excited about this. Well, Sri Lanka's 3 for 44 doesn't interest me at the moment. Let's have a look at the. Where's Winifred? Winifred, I'm going to have to find out. Be Hong Kong. I don't know about that. Hong Kong, there we go. When is the Asia Cup? Can someone tell me when the next Asia Cup is? Very interesting. Okay. Colombo kavuşmalı deniyor. Colombo. Oh. Final go to Malaysia vs. UAE at Kinara Oval. Unfortunately, the ball failed due to rain. Play sport by Kinara. So okay, well, that's still great. No. Tell me more. Where are you watching this? Where are you watching this, Sharari? Tell me where you're watching this. I want to see where you can watch this. Why are we not getting Malaysian cricket? I've got to find Malaysian cricket here. Malaysian. When was that? That is winning. Well. 9 minutes ago. There we have it. I'm very impressed. I've got to put this up. This is a very big deal for me. I'm sorry. I was going to beat all the other sports for a minute. Very happy. Guys, you don't know how we got a superb game. So, yes. Okay, so from Malaysia, we watched Malaysia. Where is the Asia Cup? That is my question. Where is the next Asia Cup? I must go. Need to find that out. Superb. Someone has to tell me when the next Asia Cup, where it is. Ferrari, tell me. There we have it. I'm very excited. Someone tell me where the next Asia Cup is, would you please? Maybe I need to find from Ramarani. You need to tell me why you're not on the program. Get on the program. Get on this program. I might go to a different platform. Hang on. Let me just see if I can go to Women's Crick Zone. There she is.
Give me 200%. And coming into this tournament, we came in with confidence, and the girls proved to me what they can do. And with the talent, what they showed it in the center, and I'm really proud of the girls. And I would like to say also thank you to MCA for giving us this opportunity and trusting us and letting us participate in this ACC tournament. And also I would like to say thank you to ACC for also giving all of us, these 10 teams, this wonderful tournament to go ahead and play more women's cricket.
Winifred Durrestein is
thank you.
talking.
Absolutely. And Winnie, of course, I mean, I feel like you already answered the next question I was going to ask you. But, in that power play from Hong Kong, 38 for no loss after 2.5 overs, what was your thinking at that point and your strategy as a team?
When we were going in, our target was 80 above, and we managed to do it because we started slow, but in the end, we picked up, and the girls also went in and did their job as we wanted. So, yeah, thank you to the girls. Well batted, Mas, Elsa, and myself as well.
She should be thanking yourself.
Winnie, always a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you.
I'd like to now introduce the president of the Malaysian Cricket Association, Mr. Iqbal, who will be presenting the Player of the Match award today. And of course, the nominees for Player of the Match. Our first nominee, Marcelisa, 33 not out of 24 deliveries, and a tight spell with the ball. Number 2, Nigatila, 2 for 9 in her 2 overs. Sasha Azmi, the off spinner as well, 2 for 16. But of course, there could only be one winner, and that winner is none other than Marcelisa.
How about that? Wonderful. That's just great. I'm very happy. That's just made my day, guys. Congratulations. Big deal. So they have to play. Who was in the UAC? UAE, so
Women's T20 Championship. It's a fantastic Friday. High stakes. The 2 semi-finalists who win today, the 2 winning semi-finalists, I beg your pardon, will get into the Asia Cup where they will face India, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, and Thailand. Absolutely massive stakes. The first of 2 morning games, this between the UAE and Nepal. The match referee, Ramesh Menon, he's ready, as are the 2 captains, Chaya Mughal from the UAE and Rubina Chaitri from Nepal. Who's got the coin?
There you go. What a magnificent experience that was. I'm very happy. I need to see the results, though. Community was... Well, there you go. I'm extremely ecstatic. So there we are. We've got Blundell is in with Mitchell. I'll be changing over very shortly, guys, to that format. And in this match between Australia and Sri Lanka.
The ground, they've enjoyed a really good contest. And in the end, they've seen this developing selecting team.
Mendes is now on 24 and Aslanga's on 10. So what we're going to do, guys, we're going to try. Okay, so let's have a look here. Travis had considered there's okay, it's showing growth. Yeah, okay. The reality, we've got a great thing now. Do you want me to change over now from this platform and go straight? No, my head must open earlier. So I'm waiting to see. He's out of the team at the moment. No. So, guys, it's now an hour into this program. We're going to be transferring over very shortly to the platform for England versus New Zealand. I'm very happy about that. Good old Winifred Durrestein. That was magnificent. So she qualifies for the Asia Cup. When is the Asia Cup? Definitely have to go to that. Magnificent, absolutely magnificent. This has been phenomenal stuff, really. Why is this not going? So Australia, Hazelwood, Maxwell, Kuhneman, Collins, and Mitch Marsh. All the one over here so far. Ashton Turner, talented, yes, he's Kaushal Perez. Yeah, he was a player of some note. Head is really good. Head's injured. He's not playing. Okay. Let's move away. Let's move away from it. Okay. So many great things are happening here all at once. I'm going to try and keep tabs on all this. What's this preview? It's the 4th ODI. Where's the 5th? There we are. There it is. We'll transfer over very shortly, guys. We'll go straight to the... Oh, I'm just ecstatic. Really quite ecstatic about a number of things. My favourite little girl, Winifred Durasame, has done really well. Blundell and Mitchell are still, they're 5 for 236. They've added another 7 runs this morning. Tom Lawler's 6 Test 50 and 20 matches, 300s. He certainly does deserve all the accolades there. Blundell, 6 Test 50. He's on 59. 6 Test 50 and 20 matches, 300s. Pretty bloody impressive. Okay, I'm going to have to get this sorted out. Okay, we're finding that. All right. Oh, God. Way too many people watching the show. This is magnificent. All right, guys. Shall we transfer over to the other platform now, shall we? I think we should. What is your opinion about Overton? James, he's bowling. Well, no, it's actually Potts is bowling at the moment. And, Mitchell has absolutely slammed the ball. He's 89 out. This is a fantastic play. Okay. All right, guys. We're gonna transfer over now, guys. I want everyone here to note that we're going to change platforms. You might wonder why I'm doing that, but I've got a reason for it. Reason of madness. Let's give it. I kept doing English. Yes, I did. It was very hard. Well, we're harsh. Okay, everyone here, all you people that are watching, Harsh, Debashis, Himanshu, Don, Razul, a whole heap of people. We're changing platforms. We're going to change over to the other platform and be on the England-New Zealand game. Are you in for that? Are you ready? Acknowledge that you're all going to follow me across. I'm going to another video start up very, very shortly. Okay? We'll get that beginning as soon as we can. All right? Got the media button. What's going on here? You going to follow me? Yes. Okay. Greg Ben is my favourite player. Agreed. Yeah, he is. Yeah. Okay. Well, we're going to say goodbye to you here. I'm going to go to the platform. All right. See you another.